This is my review of the Medtronic Revel 700 insulin pump, which I obtained in June 2012. The reason I'm reviewing this is because I found for my uses that this pump was too dangerous and I had to send it back. The reason that I found this pump to be too dangerous, I'll be happy to explain. But first, a word or two about me. I have been a type 1 diabetic for 33 years. I've been on insulin pump therapy for 14 years, and my A1C averages run in the low to mid 6s, 6.4 to 6.6. And I've had about 6 insulin pumps. When my last one died, I decided to shop around to get the one feature I wanted more than any of the others, and that was Wi-Fi connectability with my iMac computer and my blood glucose meter. Up to this point, none of that has been feasible wirelessly. When I found out from Medtronic that they offered this feature, I said, great, send me that pump. When I got the pump, I met with the trainer, and everything looked rosy. I loved a lot of the features, like the bolus wizard. But the problem came because of the way Medtronic manages its most basic feature, which is alarms. Unfortunately, in addition to alarms, which we really need to tell us when we have a low cartridge, a low battery, or an empty cartridge, etc., the pump makes a lot of little noises and alerts that are indistinguishable from alarms. So, I started using the pump. I put it on the vibration mode. It would do a little zit-zit, and then I would look at the pump to see what the alarm was. But the screen would be blank. So then I had to go through the menus to find out what the issue was. And I found various things, various alarms. But the problem was, just as often, the pump would go zit-zit. The screen was blank. I would step through the menus to find out what the alarm history was, and in fact, no alarm had been given at all. So why it was making a little noise that was, or a little vibration that was identical to an alarm was beyond me. It even gave me an alarm at 4:45 in the morning. I get up, turned on the light, looked for my glasses, and I could not find the history because I was so bleared with sleep that I had to call Medtronic. They finally helped me find out that, in fact, the pump had not had a bolus for 12 hours. But of course it hadn't had a bolus for 12 hours because I didn't need one for 12 hours. But I was out to sleep anyway. Over and over again, I'd be driving down the highway. I'd get the little zit-zit. I'd have to pull out the pump, step through the menus to find out what the issue was, because when I pulled it out, the screen was always blank. And then I would find out that there was nothing wrong, there was no alarm, and I'd have to put it back. Pulling out your pump and looking at it when you're driving at 65 miles an hour down a 3-lane highway is a nightmare. It's not easy to pull across 2 lanes of traffic so that you can stop, unbuckle, pull it out, look at the blank screen, and then step through all the menus to find out that there's nothing wrong. Then you have to put it back, buckle up, and now try and pull out into traffic that's going 65 miles an hour. I found this to be a nightmare. I found so many noises that were indistinguishable from alarms that it was like the little boy who cried wolf. The first time he cried wolf, the villagers all came to his rescue. And there he was, laughing because it was a joke. When he did it again, they all came running. And there he was, laughing because it was a joke. Finally, the third time, he was being attacked by a wolf. He cried wolf, and no one came because they were frustrated at having been joked with previously. This is the problem that I had with the Medtronic pump. It kept giving me alarm signals at the most inconvenient times that turned out to be nothing. It got to the point where I stopped listening to or responding to the alarms. So I missed the alarm for low cartridge, and then I missed the alarm for the empty cartridge. I didn't discover this problem until I took a blood test, and my blood test revealed a blood sugar of 360. Now, of course, this is my fault for ignoring the cartridges, but I think Medtronic needs to design alarms that sound nothing like the little random noises that the pump makes. Let me give you an example. When I sent the Medtronic pump back, I got a Decentronic pump. The Decentronic pump doesn't have any elaborate bells and whistles like Wi-Fi, but it gets the basic programming right. When an alarm goes off on the Decentronic pump, it does not stop until I turn that alarm off. When I look at the pump to find out what the issue is, I don't have to step through menus to find it. It's right there on the screen telling me that the battery is low or the cartridge is low or whatever the issue is. The little things that it does when it wants to tell me that I'm in a alternate basal rate, like a low rate for golf or a high rate for illness, is one little bit, and then it's gone. So it sounds absolutely nothing like an alarm for a low cartridge. So that's why I had to send the Medtronic pump back, because it's too dangerous for a person like me. I need an alarm that is easy to diagnose and that sounds nothing like any other noise or vibration that the pump might make. So my recommendation to anyone who's looking for an insulin pump is shop around, find a pump that you think will suit your needs, and then try it out for a month. If after 25 days you find that you cannot trust the pump or that there is some incompatibility with you, by all means, send it back and try again. It's your life.